Where are my proud Latinos at tonight?
Things you're taking words out of context.
It's not like these are conservative.
Absolutely, that's my
These
argument.
are not conservative
Jake,
Republicans. These aren't conservative Republicans who are concerned about Donald Trump. They're not. That's not.
Here we go, folks. Another day, another controversy. Tony Hinchcliffe, a comedian known for pushing boundaries, recently sparked an uproar at a Donald Trump rally. He called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Yeah, you heard that right. This joke didn't just miss the mark. It ignited a full-blown political firestorm, both Democrats and Republicans.
You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them. It's absolutely incredible. Believe it or not, people, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this. It's wild. And these Latinos, they love making babies too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country. There's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Pretty much all of
Republicans are up in arms. U.S. Congresswoman Maria Elvira Salazar was disgusted, saying the comment doesn't reflect Republican values. Senator Rick Scott chimed in, calling the joke neither funny nor accurate and praising Puerto Ricans as amazing people and amazing Americans. But Hinchcliffe didn't stop there. His set included other offensive material targeting black people, Latinos, Palestinians, and Jews. Despite the backlash, Hinchcliffe defended himself, claiming it was all in good humor and accusing critics of lacking a sense of humor. Talk about doubling down. Now, this incident quickly turned political, as you might expect. Democrats like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Tim Walz condemned the remarks. AOC, with her family ties to Puerto Rico, found the comments super upsetting. She pointed out the difference between loving Puerto Rico and just enjoying its tourist.
Trump of saying there were other people in the room, Mike Pence's former chief of staff, for example, who've explicitly said Donald Trump never said those things. Why does John Kelly not support Donald Trump? It's about policy. It's actually not about personality.
He says he agrees with Trump on most policy.
No.
He agrees with Trump on most policy. He disagrees with Trump on how Trump views his role and his and the fascism and the authoritarianism.
I don't buy that, Jake. They want America to police the world, and Donald Trump wasn't.
John Kelly lost a son in Afghanistan. Why are you saying that he? Like, I've never heard John Kelly say whether he supports of Iraq or Afghanistan.
And I honor his son's sacrifice, and I honor his family's sacrifice. That doesn't mean he's not wrong about policy.
You're ascribing worldviews, I think, based on gut. I can't really tell where you're coming from on it. There's no evidence.
Based on people that I've talked to in the Trump administration,
sure, John
about
Bolton,
what John Kelly wanted to do, John Bolton, Liz Cheney,
we're talking about Donald Trump and what he says.
Yes. And
Donald Trump says.
And you'd much rather talk about what Donald Trump allegedly said than what Donald Trump did in office.
I'm talking about
what he did in office, Jake.
What he said publicly.
1.5% inflation.
The military to go after the enemy within, which is the American people.
He did not say that, Jake.
The enemy within?
He said that he was going to send the military after the American people. Show me the quote where he said that.
He said the enemy within.
He said far-left lunatics. He's talking about people rioting.
And Schiff.
He's talking about people rioting after the election. He separately, in a totally different context, in a totally different conversation, said that Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff were threats to this country.
Were the enemy within.
Were
the enemy within. He said they were the enemy within.
So every time he uses the exact same phrase, we assume that he uses
I don't know. I don't throw around the term of enemy within to talk about using the military against going American people.
And you're asking his vice president, but you won't let me answer the question. I'm telling you that Donald Trump has said, and I agree with him, that we should use the U.S. military to go after
Americans.
People who riot, who burn down our cities.
And this was what John Kelly was.
This
was what John Kelly was alarmed by: the idea of using the U.S. military to go after Americans. That's what he said.
Donald Trump never said Americans writ large. You keep on putting words in his mouth and my mouth.
Are they or are they not Americans?
Far left people who commit acts of violence, who riot. And
now you're doing a very narrow definition of what he said, which is not what he said. Liz Cheney, he said, should be put before a war tribunal. None of that sounds fascist to you at all?
No, of course it doesn't.
putting
course
Liz
it
Cheney
doesn't.
before a military tribunal?
First of all, I don't buy into the premise of what you're saying, Jake, because
These are
I
things
just
he said.
on things that
These
I
are
know
things
that
he
he
said.
said, on things that I know that he said, you're imputing things, you're taking words out of context.
It's not like these are conservative.
Absolutely, that's my
These
argument,
are not
Jake.
conservative
All of
Republicans.
These people,
These aren't
all
conservative
of these
Republicans
people,
who are
Jake,
concerned about Donald Trump.
all of
They're not.
these,
That's
all
not
of
right.
all of these people, Jake, they came into office thinking that they could control Donald Trump. That when he said he wanted peace in the
Mike
world,
Pence thought he could control Donald
yes,
Trump?
he did. And when he found out,
Really?
when he found out that he couldn't, they all turned on Donald Trump, and a lot of them got fired. And
Okay.
we're running, and we're trying to staff the government with people who are going to govern according to principles of peace and prosperity.
Let me ask you.
Actions. And it wasn't just the comedian causing waves. Trump's former lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, made some false claims about Kamala Harris's stance on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Oh, and Trump, he used the rally to announce policy proposals like tax credits for caregivers and plans for mass deportation of illegal migrants. On the flip side, Kamala Harris unveiled policies aimed at supporting Puerto Rico. She got endorsements from big names like Jennifer Lopez and, surprisingly, Bad Bunny. Usually quiet on political issues, Bad Bunny shared videos of Harris discussing her plans for the island and criticizing Trump's handling of Hurricane Maria. So, there you have it, a joke gone wrong, a political fallout, and a celebrity endorsement all in one. What do you think? Did Hinchcliffe cross the line? How will this affect the political landscape? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Stay